Let's talk about a crisis that's not just coming, it's already here, and it's probably messing with your marketing budget right now. The old rules of digital advertising are, well, they're gone, but by the end of this, you're going to have the new playbook for what comes next.
Okay, let me just paint a picture that I'm sure is painfully familiar. You're staring at your dashboards, right? And every single platform, Meta, Google, your CRM, they're all telling you a completely different story. You're spending real money, but which one of these numbers is actually the truth?
Well, here's the tough reality. If you're still relying on the old ways of tracking, none of them are the whole truth. The foundation that propped up digital measurement for 20 years, the third-party cookie, it hasn't just gone away. It's completely collapsed. And look, this didn't happen overnight. This was more like a slow, deliberate demolition that really started way back in 2017 with Apple Safari. Then you had regulations like GDPR and CCPA come in and just accelerate everything. And now, with Google Chrome finally pulling the plug, the last domino has officially fallen. We all knew this was coming. So what's the fallout from all this? Well, it's created this massive wave of professional anxiety, and it can pretty much be summed up by this one number, 62%. That represents a huge crisis of confidence. But for who? That's 62% of B2B tech CMOs, marketing leaders, who admit they feel like they are fundamentally unequipped to compete in this new world. So you see, this isn't just a technical problem with tracking. It's become a full-blown strategic crisis that's leaving leaders feeling totally exposed. But here's the thing. The cookie didn't die in a vacuum. At the exact same moment that was happening, another, arguably more powerful force is completely reshaping the entire landscape. AI.
And if you really want to get a handle on this new world, you have to appreciate the incredible scale of what's going on. The number you need to know is over 1 billion. That's a threshold we've just blown past.
We're not talking about some niche tool for tech enthusiasts anymore. According to Data Reportal, more than 1 billion people are now using generative AI every single month. It has become a mainstream, everyday behavior that is fundamentally changing how we all find information, research things, and discover new brands. And you can see the direct impact right here. Traditional search, the bedrock of digital marketing for decades, it's now projected to fall to just 45% of all queries. And at the same time, traffic from AI is just exploding. So here's the key takeaway. People aren't just searching for you anymore. They're asking an AI to recommend you. That's a huge shift. And the amount of money at stake here, it's just astronomical. We're looking at a global digital ad spend of over $1.16 trillion. The biggest piece of that pie has always been search ads, at $352 billion. So even a tiny shift away from that channel, which we now know is happening, is going to have billion-dollar consequences. Okay, so we've established the problem, right? The world's changed, the ground has shifted, the stakes are massive. So what do we do about it? Let's get into the playbook. How do you build a new marketing foundation that actually works today? It all starts right here, with something called server-side tracking. Now, it sounds a little technical, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Instead of relying on a user's browser to tell you about a conversion, where, it can get blocked or lost, you collect that information in a place you actually control, your own server. It's way more reliable, it's way more accurate, and frankly, it's the new standard. So let's just put these side by side. The old way, client side, it's just fragile. It breaks all the time. Ad blockers, privacy settings, all those iOS updates, they just chip away at your data until it's incomplete. The new foundation, server side, it just bypasses all that noise. It gives you trustworthy data you can actually build a strategy on. But listen, accurate tracking is only half of it. You also need good data to track. And this 4-step plan is how you get it. First, you have to offer real value in exchange for someone's information. Second, you collect it directly and you get their consent. Third, you use your CRM to map out that whole customer journey. And then, here's the magic step. You send that clean, complete data back to the ad platforms so their AIs can finally start working for you instead of against you. Okay, so you've got your tech sorted, your data strategy is in place, but hold on, there's one more piece to this puzzle. The rulebook isn't just being rewritten by Apple and Google, the regulators are building new guardrails, and they are moving faster than you think. The old days where maybe you'd get a little slap on the wrist after someone filed a complaint? Yeah, those are over. Regulatory bodies are now using their own AI to proactively scan millions and millions of ads.
Being non-compliant isn't like finding a needle in a haystack anymore. It's an instant red flag.
So what exactly are they looking for? Think of this as your new compliance checklist. You absolutely have to label AI-generated content. Your AI avatar can't pretend it's actually used a product. And you can expect way more scrutiny on everything from environmental claims to any content that features kids. And really, this quote from Prisify just hits the nail on the head. The new currency in marketing, it's trust. Being transparent isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It is a non-negotiable requirement for doing business. Period.
All right, let's pull all these threads together. We've seen the old system completely fall apart and these powerful new forces rise up. So how do you actually win now? Well, it takes a pretty fundamental shift in how you think about marketing. Success isn't about finding sneaky ways to follow anonymous users across a dozen different websites anymore. It's about earning genuine influence. It's about becoming the brand that the AI recommends, the brand that people actually trust, the brand that delivers real value.
And this is maybe the single most important takeaway from all of this. Your new competitive advantage isn't going to be a bigger ad budget or a slicker creative campaign. It's having a superior data infrastructure. The brands that win are going to be the ones that can collect, enrich, and use their own data better than anyone else. So this is it. This is your playbook, your path to reclaiming that influence. Number 1, build that resilient server-side tracking. 2, create a data strategy that's based on a fair value exchange. 3, feed those ad platforms clean, accurate signals. 4, shift your focus from just getting search clicks to getting AI recommendations. And 5, operate with radical, total transparency.
And I'll leave you with this question to chew on. As AI basically becomes the new gatekeeper for how we discover everything, who actually wins? Is it the company that has the objectively best product? Or is it the company with the best data, the most influence, and the brand that is best optimized for this new AI-powered world? Something to think about.